Good morning, everyone. I hope some of you are going to join me today. And if not, I know you'll join me later, which I'm really excited about. Seeing the response that so many of you are watching it afterwards, and no less than 500. So, for this being new, I'm really happy for the response. And I ask you again if you could share and help me spread the word. Um, you know, this is right now that I'm not working. I'm trying to build up a little bit more on my YouTube and share with you guys. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. I see some of you already on. And I actually want to take the time today to talk to you guys a little bit. I want to remind you again that I am not a Tai Chi master. I'm not a Sifu. I'm just a Tai Chi player, and that this is beginner's Tai Chi. One of the things I want to talk to you about is to remind you that Tai Chi is a martial arts. Tai Chi Chuan means grand ultimate fist. So it is used in fighting, and I remember, when I was in the dojo with my Sifu, we did a lot of sparring and a lot of self-defenses. And I know some of you may not like that. And the reason I started, with the basics is precisely because we're in the time of turmoil right now where we needed to go within and, find the peace and learn how to move our chi and calm ourselves down a little bit and learn some breathing. However, I do want to tell you as we're coming to an end of me taking you as far as I can with this, to encourage you to find a dojo after this, and look for a Tai Chi master that can, where you can do and apply some of the self defenses. All of the moves that we do are for self defense, and that's the reason why I'm so picky sometimes in showing you guys the basics. Because if you get a good basic move and you learn to think of all the little things, you would be able to carry it further to the next level. And there, like I said, there's different levels, and I think here in the West we're very linear. And I'll give you a perfect example. When we are confronted, our first instinct is to push back and with as much force as we were pushed, and we battle, like this. Even in our arguments, in our verbal arguments, we go head to head. And that does nothing more than let your opponent know how strong you are. A lot of times in boxing, they're just bouncing around the gym and doing all this, just trying to feel the other person and see how strong they are, see how fast they move. So a lot of that is tactics. So here, like I said, we do a lot in the West. We do a lot of combat to combat, and strength against strength. And in Tai Chi, we're learning to yield. Somebody's coming at you, we yield. It's all about the ebb and the flow and yielding. And that's one of the things we're learning at the beginner's level is to yield. And that way you keep your opponent guessing. They don't know how strong you are because they didn't feel you push back. And that goes for verbal arguments as well. You kind of reserve some of that. You don't show all your cards all at once. Third level of Tai Chi is where they deflect. They don't just yield, but they move so fast. That you can't, one minute they're here, the next minute they're over there, and you can never punch them because they're moving so fast. And that's the level that, that you'll have to find outside of here, outside of your home, where you can go and apply some of these techniques. Find a master that will teach you how to, go further if that's what you wish. I'm just explaining to you and reminding you that Tai Chi Chuan means grand ultimate fist. And all of the movements that you see that we do really slow are for martial arts applications. And like I explained to you at the beginning, you can't really pick and choose if you want to get to a different level. Somebody's saying hello. I hope that Jonathan. Welcome, Jonathan. Where's my Aristotle? I know I've seen you not almost the whole time. So I hope you're watching either now or after. But let me see if he's on. Max, hello, Maria from Alias are good. Oh, thank you. So my purpose for this is just to to remind you, Akin. Hello, thank you. I love you guys. So remember that this is the martial arts, and everything that we do and apply here, you can carry it outside of here. And I don't mean for you to go beat up people. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean is all of these, if you practice even one posture, the crane, this is really, this little movement here is just to grab somebody's wrist. You grab somebody's wrist and you bring him into you and you strike. This is what this is. When we do the crane, you're what you're doing is you're grabbing the wrist. Like if somebody's, I don't have an opponent, so you grab the wrist and you bring it down. And when you bring him down, you come up with this. So remember, there's a yin and yang, and this is why I want you guys to think now. Where are the yin and the yang? And so let's start with this one. Let's start with the circles. We go up. Let's do one at a time so we can do it correctly. As you're going up, you curl your fingers, you turn out your palm, and then you come down like you're painting, and then you curve up, palm out, and like you're painting. And this is actually, a deflect. Like if somebody's coming at you to punch you, you deflect that movement. So let's do it with the other hand. You come up, turn the palm out, like you're painting. So now let's do both. And I want you guys now to feel like you're swaying in the wind. It is actually a little difficult. You have to think about it a little bit, And I want you guys to feel the chi from your dantian coming up through your shoulder. Move the elbow, the wrist, the fingers, the digits. So you want to make sure you feel and from your hips. It's like you feel it. It's a whole movement. The same with the left. It's like it's an ebb and flow. This is the beauty of Tai Chi. This is why, in Tai Chi there's no weight like in boxing you have your welter weights and your heavy weights and your feather weights because they match them according to weight. And Tai Chi, they don't do that, because it doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter, because like I said, when you get to be a master, you can deflect that energy. You can yield, some of these, movements are for, I don't know why I'm thinking so much about martial arts. Maybe we've been yin for too long and I want to incorporate a little bit of the yang. And to remind you guys, so a lot of these movements, that we do in Tai Chi, which I really haven't even gotten into, is to bring somebody down, to bring them, you bring them over your knee. If somebody pushes you straight forward, you can always go back. If somebody pushes you sideways, you have this leg, to kind of keep you balanced. But if you push them over your knee, you get them off their center, and that's the easiest way to knock somebody down. Okay, let's get back on track. Sorry, I get off on these tangents at times. So remember, like you're ebbing and flowing, feeling your chi sinking in. Apply all the same things we've been learning from the beginning. The curling of the tongue, sinking to the dantian, tucking in your chin lightly and your coccyx bone. grinding corn. Remember, you can do a pretty good horse stance, or you can do shoulder width apart. You know, whatever feels comfortable for you. If you want to get a little bit more of a challenge, then open up wider into a horse stance. Lean as long as you can see your toes. Don't hyperextend that knee. Make sure you can see your toes. Come back to your center. Remember, like your spine is being pulled, you know, straight up. At the same time, tucking in your chin and your palate. When you curl your tongue, besides keeping the chi flowing within you, it also stimulates your vagus nerve, because your vagus nerve runs right through our soft palate. So, like I said, there's so much to Tai Chi. I remember when I was at the university taking physics, it explained Tai Chi so well. It's like, oh my God, where has physics been my whole life? Besides, I had a great professor. But anyway, yeah, there's so much to Tai Chi. And like I said, I can only take you so far. So I hope after this that you are excited and hopefully look for a master outside of, you know, when we're able to leave our homes. You'll be able to tell who's the real deal, who can show you the soft health, you know, meditation techniques, and at the same time maybe apply some of the self-defenses. You can't have one without the other. Remember, it's a balance, a yin-yang balance. Do you believe my hips are still sore from those 45 minutes? I mean, why, I don't know why I keep saying 45 minutes. It was an hour and a half that I did of Qigong, not 45 minutes. I plan to do that twice a week. thing I realized, guys, is that I was really showing you too many postures. My Sifu really didn't show us a new posture until like once every 2 months. He would have us really just focus on a few of them so that we could really get it, correctly. And so today I want to spend a little bit more time, like talking you through it and correcting maybe some of I think you guys are well enough advanced, in this beginner's class that you can start correcting some of those postures, and if you've been doing something wrong, that you can correct it now. So you stand, just feet slightly apart. You're gonna hands at your sides to begin with, and then you're gonna raise them up and extend the fingers, and then like you're rolling over the ball. And you sink down slightly, hands at your sides again. Step out with the left, sink, and when you're stepping, make sure you tuck your tailbone again. Okay, so now you're coming back. And I did that too fast, and I realize I'm doing that too fast because my legs are just really sore. I still keep walking 1.5 miles. And anyway, so from here, your foot should come back at the same time. You should lift it slowly and land here with a nice circle here. And then as you're sinking, you're dropping your shoulders, and this goes up. Your hands go up just a little bit, to your dantian. When you get to eye level, you start observing your fingertips. And here, when you get as far as you can, you drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, make a nice big circle again. And you sink again here like you're holding a ball. You step out to the right corner, slightly, not too much. Elbows are down, shoulders are down. You're not doing this, and you're not just pushing. When you're pushing, you're not just pushing with your arms. You're sinking into it. This is also a self-defense, right? Well, they all are, but anyway. Okay, so when you come back here, like you're holding something, like you're holding a ball here, and then you lift. So your weight should be on the left, and now you're gonna lift the right, and this is a strike. Remember I told you guys this is a strike here. Come back, you sit, and you raise the right toe as you sink here. Watch that your hips and your shoulders are aligned, okay? Exhale, inhale, push. Now you're gonna sink. You're gonna put all your weight on that right leg, and at the same time you're turning here. And so you're gonna put your weight here on the right leg, so you can step out with the left. Okay, this is the sink whip. When you're here again, you tuck in your tailbone. You make sure your shoulders are dropped. And then you lean at a 45-degree angle, and my shoulders are not twisted. They're facing forward. My hips are facing forward. And then you're just leaning, putting weight on that right leg and just leaning, Again, you put weight on that right leg as you come up. You sink the shoulder here. Twist. Come back and sink your shoulders again. Make sure you're not there's never any straight lines in Tai Chi. There's always, soft edges. You step out, right hand in front up to your cheeks, and then you bring the left foot forward like you're sinking, holding the chi here. Step back, and then this is a block. You can see that's a block right there, So this is a block. Now I got lost. This was turning the tiger's head. And I got lost. I'm sorry. Somebody saying hello. I love. Oh, you. Thank you for liking my video so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's take it again from the beginning. And I'm sorry I'm being nitpicky today, but I just feel it's very important for you guys to really get the grounding, the basics. So when you're ready to go out there, your next Sifu will say, you guys really learned, all the basics that are very important, because if you notice that, somebody that's going to fight in a martial arts fight or MMA, whatever, boxing, they practice, 1,000 times, even if you practice one move, but they got to have everything together. They got to have, their sinking, their feet, their shoulders, they have it all together. And this is what we're trying to do here. So again, from the beginning, and I won't talk as much this time. As far as we've gone, I cannot believe it's already 10:30. It really went by fast. So again, I encourage you to just keep practicing what you know, and hopefully, this will carry you for a while. And I truly mean it, that that this is so good for our health, for our spiritual peace, for our mental health, for our physical. Like I said, there's different layers to Tai Chi, and we're just peeling the layers of the onion to get to the bottom of it. So, hopefully this is a good beginner's class for you. But let me turn around and we'll do it that way, because I know that it's easier for you guys to follow. Maybe I'll do it twice that way. I think you guys are, ready for that. We'll do it one more time. Okay, guys, it's been wonderful to see you and for you guys to join me. It really gives me great pleasure. You have no idea. So please share, and if you like this video, consider, joining me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram too, and subscribing here and sharing my videos, please. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you on Friday for sure. I'm still trying to do Mondays and Fridays for Tai Chi and Wednesdays for the students. Do some kind of a review if you want to join me. If you're a therapist, maybe one of these days I'll show you how I apply some more of these moves in my private practice. I do have a Zoom meeting right now at 11, so I always have something going on. Max, great. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, I really appreciate you guys being here. Take care. Create a great week. And listen, some of the places are already opening, so be safe out there. Stay healthy and strong. And until the next time, create a great day.